I am Ian Harris, and I'm the director of Agency Hackers. It's um, a community for people who run marketing agencies. We run conferences. We have a active community of hundreds of agency leaders, and we run conferences all around the world. And yeah, we've I use InboxDone because just overwhelmed with my email. When you're the founder of a business like this, um, all the things that you haven't managed to automate or put a process behind, you are the backstop for everything, and it's just the kind of miscellaneous inbox for the whole business, really. So that's how that's how I help. That's how I depend on inbox done.
Awesome. Yeah, love to hear that. And you've been working with us for just over a year now. So if we're going back to that time where you were kind of the backstop for all the emails, what was your situation like before you started working with us? Like your emails, your other admin tasks, like how were you feeling? Where was your head at that time?
Every day I'd look at my inbox and I'd mean to get to the bottom of it, but there were just thousands and thousands of things in there, and I had no idea of knowing what was important and what wasn't. Because the inbox is a really funny place because everything takes up an equal amount of space, no matter how significant it is. So I'd have just notifications about the automations we run, and I'd have an Amazon confirmation order, and I'd have just trivial transactional things sat right next to quite important customer questions and sales opportunities. It was just really, if staying really hard, it was staying really hard to, it was being getting really hard to stay on top of. And if you have a day out of the business, if we're running a live conference, if I'm not looking at my email for the whole day, then it's just a lot of that stuff will get missed. And once it's gone off the front page of the inbox, there's very little hope of ever getting to it because then the new day's here. And yeah, so that was
Yeah,
the that was the situation back then.
gotcha. Yeah, just the snowball effect of like you miss a day, it avalanches, it just keeps kind of piling up time day after day. And yeah, that makes sense. Um, okay, so fast forward to now. So we're in February 2025. How have things changed for you?
I'm kind of getting to be less in the like battling my inbox every day. Like I wake up every day and there's a completely empty inbox, and I kind of wait until I get a WhatsApp from the inbox done team, and they will tell me, "Here's what you have. Here's what's coming today." And sometimes it's a little question, and I can tell them to forward it to someone else, or I can just dictate a reply, and they'll put it into my language and reply for me. And then when I'm ready to look at emails, I can go into they put things in the starred folder. So I just go through there, and I know that all the important things that I need to do are in there, and anything I don't need to see just gets filtered out. And I trust them, and they don't miss anything important. So it's a lot calmer, and it's not like I spend a lot less time on email now than I did.
That's amazing. So you're spending less time. Is it taking up a little bit less of your mental headspace, just like you don't have to worry about it as much as you did before?
You you don't have to check your mailbox every day, like, but you don't have to stand out by your front door just waiting for things to pop in. You look at it, it comes once a day or twice a day, and you'll kind of see like that's a good cadence. So it's definitely a lot less stressful.
The task that your team is handling for you. They have your emails and your inbox management on lock. How do you feel about the quality of their draft replies? And tell me a little bit about the situation. Are they always responding to emails as themselves? Is it a mixture of themselves and you? How does it work for you?
If it's internal, if it's like forwarding it to another team member, they'll respond as them. They'll kind of say, "Oh, hey, could you pick this up?" If it's like an external email, they'll normally respond as me, and I'll tell them, like I'll tell them how to reply, or just give a brief voice note, and they can dictate they can do the full reply. At first, they would like draft them and leave them in the starred folder for me to find, and then I'd send them. But now they're basically good enough to just go out without me seeing them because I trust them to get my style and tone correct.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. And then outside of your emails, they're handling that as a core task as well. Do you have them doing any other tasks beyond your inbox management?
No, they'll sometimes set up calendar events. So we want to arrange a meeting, they can kind of follow up and do that. They can see my calendar and they know when I'm available. But yeah, it's really just the inbox stuff they're focused
That's
on.
that's awesome. Okay. Love it. And then my last question for you, it's a two-part question. So, who do you think would benefit from hiring assistants like yours with InboxDone? Would you recommend hiring them for other folks and why? So, like, my first question would be, what type of person do you think would really benefit from the service that you've received?
Anybody who is at the stage where they've got a team, and they're at a level where their business is working. It's they're not kind of they're not at this idea stage. They've got customers. They are profitable, and you can and basically you're at the point where you are the bottleneck. And so and because at that stage of like, 'cause we're about the 1 million revenue mark, and at that stage you've got a working business and you are making some money, but um, everything basically still depends on you, um, or mostly depends on you. And it's great when you're at that phase because your time's really valuable, and just it can get eaten up by your inbox. You just all these small things, all these things that just need a quick reply. It's 90 seconds to type it out. That just takes up so much headspace just doing that. And so yeah, people with businesses that are working but are not yet huge. I would say those are the best candidates.
That makes sense. Yeah, and like you said, it takes 90 seconds to respond to an email, but if you multiply that times a lot of emails every single day, then that takes a lot of time you could be using on other higher leverage activities. So that makes sense.
Mm, mm,
Okay,
exactly.
awesome. Well, Ian, this has been great. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.